Good morning, students. We'll continue with Science 2, lesson number 4, Environmental Management. In the previous class, we learned about biodiversity, the levels of biodiversity, how we can conserve biodiversity, etc. To continue with that, we'll be starting with the next topic, hotspots of biodiversity. What is the meaning of the word hotspots of biodiversity? Diversity, biodiversity hotspots are the geographical area with high species diversity which need maximum protection. That means there are certain areas where you have a diversity, huge diversity of plants and animals, and they need to be protected for the future generation. So as such, till now there are 34 highly sensitive biodiversity spots are reported all over the world. Such areas had once occupied 15.7% of the area of the earth. At present, 86% of the sensitive areas are already destroyed, and only 2.3% of the earth has been left over with sensitive spots. That means from 15.7% of the area, today we are left with only 2.3% of the area. It includes 1,50,000 plant species, which are 50% of the world count. In that much area only, we are having close to 1,50,000 plant species. As far as India is concerned, out of the 135 species of animals, 85 species are found in the jungles of eastern region. About 1,500 endemic plant species are found in Western Ghats. Out of the total plant species in the entire world, 50% are endemic. And we see that what is the problem or what is it that is causing the endangered to the hotspots. For example, Western Ghats. Now, Western Ghats spreads over the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Now, why are they getting endangered or why are they getting spoiled? That is due to mining and search of natural gas. Habitats of Asiatic lion and wild bison of these region has been under threat. That means they are being hunted or they are losing their habitat or their home. Manas sanctuary of the Assam is under threat due to the dams and indiscriminate use of water. Tiger and rhino of that region are under threat. They are becoming slowly extinct or dying away. Sundarban of West Bengal is reserved for tigers. However, the tiger population and the overall local environment is getting seriously challenged or you can say damaged by dams, deforestation, excessive fishing, trenches dug for dams, and etc. In the mm, uh, recent cyclone that hit West Bengal and Sundarban and all, that is Amphan, has caused such a lot of damage to that particular area. I'm sure you might have read about it and you'll see. So it is not only the man-made causes, even natural causes are also at times threatening our environment. We know that some plant species as well as animal species which were existing on earth some many years ago are no longer available. So based on the number of species that are remaining, they are classified as endangered species, rare species, vulnerable species, and indeterminate species. What is the meaning of endangered species? Endangered species means either number of these organisms is slowly declining or their habitat is shrunk to such an extent that they can be extinct in the near future if conservation measures are not implemented. That means either they are dying away or we are encroaching upon their habitat so much that there is no place for them to stay. So slowly they are becoming endangered, means their life is in danger, and in some time if we do not take care of or we do not preserve them and conserve them, they may become extinct also. For example, lion-tailed monkey. What are rare species? Number of these organisms are considerably declined, means their number has become less. Organisms of this species being endemic may become extinct very fast. We heard the word endemic here also and in the previous topic also. Endemic actually means type of plants or animals species which are will restrict it to a particular area. Means they may be available only in case of Maharashtra, may not be available in Gujarat, or only maybe found in Africa, may not be found in Australia. So they are called as endemic. So what is happening is these species are very rare because they're endemic. That means they're just available in one particular area, and due to some reason, if that particular area or that forest of that particular area is harmed, then they do no longer exist. They can become easily extinct. For example, red panda, vulnerable species. Number of this organism is extremely less and continues to decline, means continuously their number is reducing, and continuous decline in their number is a problem, because if they go on reducing, after some time again they will also become extinct. For example, tiger and lion. What are indeterminate species? These organisms are, they appear to be endangered, but because of certain habits, that there is no definite and sustainable information. Means we are not very clear about their exact numbers, because some of them are actually very shy. Shy in the sense they do not want to come in contact with humans at all, or they keep hiding, and so we are really not aware about their number. So whether they are falling under endangered species, or they are rare species, or they are vulnerable species, we are not aware. For example, the giant squirrel shekru that we find in Maharashtra, they're extremely shy. Very rarely do we come across them, or very rarely do we get to see them. 22nd May is considered as World Biodiversity Day. Environmental issues are not restricted to a particular city or a state or a country. The whole world gets affected by environmental problems like global warming or the greenhouse effect. Everybody, the whole world gets affected. That's why there are many voluntary organizations as well as international organizations who works together to conserve environment. Plants, animals, microorganisms, and seeds, and everything is conserved with the help of them. Here are certain names given over here. Certain voluntary organization that we see in India: BNHS, that is Bombay Natural History Society in Mumbai, CPR Environmental Group in Chennai, Gandhi Peace Foundation in Delhi, Chipko Center in Tehri, Center for Environmental Education Ahmedabad, Kerala Science Literature Council, Trivandrum, Indian Agro Industries Foundation Pune, Vikram Sarabhai Community Science Center Ahmedabad. The famous international organizations working in the field of environmental conservation are International Union for Conservation of Nature, Switzerland; Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, Geneva; United Nations Environment Programme, again Geneva; World Wildlife Fund, New York; BirdLife International, Cambridge; Green Climate Fund, South Korea. These are some of the important names given, but there are many organizations who are working to conserve the environment. Greenpeace is world's largest organization engaged in environmental activities. More than 25 lakh people from 26 different countries are members of this organization. Like for example, we start uh, at the school level something called as a nature club, or so that starts the, you can say, the foundation. So from that nature club we become members of bigger organization. We grow up as citizens who are responsible for their environment, and we slowly take part in the environmental conservation program, and this leads to a bigger movement.